Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. This is a live tarot reading channel. My name is Sophie. If you are new here, welcome. If you don't know my name. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. I can answer any of your questions, with the exception of legal or medical questions. And all of my donation information can be found at the top of the chat and within the body of the chat as well. And we just received our first donation. Thank you so much, Philomena, for your donation, love. Were you interested in a 2-card read? Did you have 2 questions, or did you want a full reading? Hi, I know you told me to give Danny a chance. Everything been going good until he started distancing the past 2 days. Okay, so is the question, why has he been distancing himself over the past 2 days? I'm wondering if I should walk away from him. I'm giving him space right now. Okay, love. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Should Philomena walk away from Danny? 9 of Wands reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, 9 of Cups reversed, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Queen of Cups reversed, the Tower reversed, 2 of Pentacles, and King of Swords reversed. So, okay, so you said that you felt him distancing over the past 2 days and you're giving him space right now. And my question, like I mentioned at first, was, why is he pulling away? And I'm seeing, I've got the answer here. I see it. I was concerned that it was because he felt maybe pushed away or felt your hesitancy. And I think that is a part of it. But the major part of it is he really does want something very serious with you. And when there's a serious connection between someone, time needs to pass. And sometimes the time that is passed needs some hermit time, needs some introspective time. It's a very overwhelming time. He has very overwhelming emotions for you, just as I feel that you do for him. This is a very overwhelming situation, and I completely understand. And Spirit is saying that it is not with bad intentions that he has distanced himself. He's distancing himself because he needs to think. He's in hermit mode. He needs to process this. He knows he wants to move forward with you, and he doesn't want to screw things up. He doesn't want to push you, but he also knows that he really wants you and sees a lot of potential here. And what I'm seeing here is Spirit is saying that while it's good to have guards, you've got to let them down a little bit with this Nine of Wands reverse. I know you're waiting for a red flag, but you can only wait. You can really wait forever for red flags. Sometimes a red flag won't show up until way later down the road, or sometimes red flags just never show up. And like I said earlier, with other readings I've done for him, I've never seen a red flag. I've never gotten a warning. I literally see like sirens in my mind when Spirit is saying this person is problematic, don't move forward with them. And we've gotten that message for other guys in your life. I'm just not getting that here. But what I am getting is a message of letting your guard down and taking your own time to be introspective about this as well, to have some alone time. The High Priestess is on her own, and she's analyzing the knowledge that she's acquired already. I don't really care if you are telling me that you are thanking God every day for me and then start acting like this. Well, that's the thing, is I do believe he does thank God that he met you, Philomena. And I understand that he's not expressing it right now in the same way that you would like to see him express it. But you have to keep in mind that you guys he's wanting, it seems like he's wanting to take things very quickly and wants something very serious with you very quickly, whereas you are wanting to take things more slowly, which is very wise. It's very wise. And I think I double down. He's not pulling away because he wants to pull away from you completely. People don't switch up their emotions like that. That's the thing, girl. His emotions haven't switched up. And I'll argue, yes, people's emotions do switch up sometimes. But in this case, that's not what I'm seeing. That's what I was concerned about, Philomena, before I pulled the cards. I was concerned that maybe his emotions had switched up really quickly, and yeah, that would be a red flag. But that's just not what I'm seeing here, Philomena. What I'm seeing is he's taking time. 2 days, no communications or contact. Yeah, he's taking time to really think about this. He's not speaking right now. He's thinking. With this Ace of Swords reverse, it would have been wise for him to tell you, hey, I need some space to think about this, to think about, how to go about this correctly, because he really wants to make you his Queen of Cups, but he is feeling insecure. He is wondering if your feelings are reciprocated. He's really wondering that. Well, by the time he comes back, I'm already done with him. Okay, if that's the decision that you've made already, Philomena, that's fine. That's fine. I can't tell you what to do, but we still have 6 more cards here that I want to get into, and I just want to tell you what Spirit's saying here. They understand that you're not content with his behavior right now, with this 9 of Cups reversed, but they're also saying, and this Tower card came up yesterday as well, they're also saying that it stems from a place of fear. 9 of Wands reversed, the Tower reversed. You don't want to get hurt. I understand. I totally understand. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to waste your time. You don't want to end up falling for someone, being vulnerable and opening up to someone and fully giving yourself to someone. Hi, Tony. Absolutely, I can do a general reading for finance. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And you would be next if you make a donation. But Spirit is saying that if you do want this love that you've been wanting for a while, this connection, this deep connection that you want with him, you do have to surrender You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable, because he really, really wants you. He really, really wants you, Philomena, in a very solid, committed way with this King of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Despite how busy his life may be, how intense his life may be, he wants to balance. He wants you to be a part of his life. He wants to balance you into his life. He really does. He wants to be your king. But he wants to make sure that he is doing this in the right way. And unfortunately, it's not the way that you would like him to be doing this. He took a step back to think. He has no intentions of not talking to you again. That's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing someone is taking a step back and assessing things with this King of Swords reverse. Ace of Swords reverse, King of Swords reverse. Swords are the realm of the mind. How does he expect me to let my guard down if he's acting like this? I can't tell you, Philomena, because I don't know him and I don't know his personal psychology. I don't know his dating experience. He may very well, he's definitely not emotionally immature, but I don't know how, I don't know how knowledgeable he is when it comes to dating and the behavior that women want. And furthermore, I would say that most women would like to be told if someone needs to take a step back. But I don't, and he's not trying to hurt you. This to me comes from a place of lack of knowledge. I don't want to say ignorance, because that has a negative connotation to it, because he's not trying to hurt you. This comes from a lack of awareness, and not knowing you, and what you would ideally want. You guys don't fully know one another yet. He knows that he wants to really get to know you and spend a lot of time with you. But I also feel that he does question the reciprocity, the balance of affections between the two of you. He does sense that, you know, you are reticent, you have your guards up, and I think he's fearful that he can't help but move this quickly because he doesn't know any other way. I texted him today and asked if he needed space, and he didn't answer me. He just kept ignoring me. Yeah, that's really not good behavior. And again, I fully stand by the fact that he's not trying to hurt you. I just don't think that he's got Riz, girl. I don't think I think you mentioned that he's like a rocket scientist or something along those lines. Those kind of guys oftentimes are not the most not emotionally mature, because he seems immature, because he does seem emotionally mature, but just not his emotional his EQ, his emotional intelligence quota, not very high. It's not as high as yours. So, you know, he really should have the knowledge to. Hi, Tony. Thank you so much for your donation. You will be next. He really should have the knowledge to know that, you know, if you reach out to him, he could at least say, hey, I just need some space. And he didn't do that. And, you know, Philomena, as much as Spirit is saying that he really does have good intentions here and there is good potential, if this is bothering you like this, then I fully support you walking away if it's like this. Because if it's like this now, you know, I don't want to say it's going to repeat itself, because with communication and dialogue, I think that this could be changed. But, you know, and if you cut him off completely, then you could never have that potential dialogue that could potentially really help things. So I do see where I absolutely see where you're feeling absolutely frustrated and angry, possibly angry. I really get it. If I were in your position, I would really be questioning things too. But you know, I'm not here to lie to you. Never have been. I'm not here to lie to anyone. This is just what I'm seeing and sensing in the cards, and they're repeating themselves. People's energies do change. That is absolutely true. People's energies and emotions are very much in flux, and some people more than others. But that's just not what I'm seeing here. That's not what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing is maybe a guy who doesn't really know how to be a guy to a woman. And if you have to teach him and tell him and lead him by the hand, then that's likely not something that you would be interested in. I totally understand. But that is what I'm seeing for you, Miss Philomena. Thank you very much. I appreciate you as always, and I totally support you. Totally support you, whatever direction you decide to go here. Because yeah, that is, I stand by the fact that he is really interested in you, but people show it in different ways and demonstrate it in different ways, and he's not demonstrating it in the way that you need, and that's the most important thing here. Tony, thank you very much for your donation. So you just wanted a general reading? And Tony, what is your sign? No. Fellow Aquarius Club. All right. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, please provide Tony with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. All right, Tony, we have the Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups reversed, Two of Swords, and Justice reversed. Two of Swords and Justice reversed. Are you currently working right now, Tony? And if you are working, are you happy with your job? Because there's something, we have this Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit here. There's something about reevaluating what you do for work. Or something that you are working towards. And it doesn't mean that you need to walk away from it. It's just Spirit wants you to really examine where you are there. Maybe you're not working, and maybe that's something that you're looking to find, or maybe you are working and you're looking for another job, or moving to another department or something like that, or a different career move in general. And I'm also seeing some confusion there too, which matches with the Hermit. It's like if you're feeling confused, if you're feeling like in the dark about something, especially regarding making a decision here, now's the time for definitely for some introspective moments, taking time out to really analyze and meditate on things, on this one thing in particular. Like I said, I think it has to do with work. And then we've got this Justice reversed card, which is leading me, and let me Sorry, yes, you are working. Okay. Um, are things good at your work? Are you happy there? Because I'm trying to figure out what this justice reverse card is. Some kind of injustice. It may not be within the workplace. I do believe that this is talking about work. Um, Not doing bad. Okay, okay. Um, we do have this Knight of Cups reversed right here in the center, which to me is indicative of a dissatisfaction in your love life. You have multiple incomes. That's great. Okay, that's great. That's great. Um, do you work a lot? Because this hermit might be saying it might be time to take a little bit of a break. If you can, to take a little step back. But this Knight of Cups reversed here is telling me that there's some kind of dissatisfaction in your love life, and this could also be related to this Justice reverse card. Feeling as though, yeah, but I work for myself. I work all the time. Okay, yeah, I'm the same way. I work for myself. I have multiple sources of income, and I push myself a lot. When you're your own boss, you know, you push yourself a lot, and sometimes I neglect to take those breaks that I need. Um, in fact, I'll be taking one next week. Thank goodness. Yes, I work at home, but don't want to. Okay, yeah, and that's the other thing too. I don't like maybe you don't have coworkers and you want some more like sociability. Um, One of my jobs, this one, is from home. My other job is not, but it's also not a very social job. For my home business, I just want to work for myself. Okay, and that also explains this Hermit card. This is a solo card. Excuse me, working for oneself. But let's get into this Knight of Cups reversed. I don't want to work with the fam. Gotcha. Yeah, that could. But maybe there's another alternative that's beyond working for your family, and also not working. Maybe still working for yourself, but also, you know, in a different environment, in a different opportunity. And we just received a donation from Miss Tina. Hi, Tina. Thank you so much for your donation, love. Let me quickly add you here. Okay. Hi, Tina. So this Knight of Cups reverse, how is your love life, Tony? Do you feel like it could be friends too? It could also be friends with this Knight of Cups reversed and Justice reversed, feeling as though people are not meeting you halfway. Then at home with them selling stuff on Facebook, but I really don't want to work with them. Gotcha. Your love life is bad. Well, what I'm saying with your work is that there are other opportunities than just working for yourself, working by yourself, or working with your family. Spirit is saying that it's kind of a self-limiting that creates kind of a self-limiting belief. Either working with my family or working on my own. There's other opportunities out there that you can explore that are definitely, you know, within your skill set and what you're capable of doing. Your love life is bad. Okay, yeah, and I don't know why it's bad. If I'm seeing justice reversed, it sounds like you're maybe not associating with the right people, or you're drawn to people who are not reciprocating your feelings for them. Um, I would definitely, this is just a personal suggestion, I would definitely, if you feel like your love life is bad and that is bringing you a certain level of dissatisfaction, I would also encourage you to start putting yourself out there more, finding new people, introducing yourself to new people, meeting new people, getting involved in communities with like-minded interests. Um, you know, I want to suggest dating apps, dating sites, whatever, but I know people a lot of people are opposed to those. But there's other ways of meeting people and meeting them organically. And even if you don't meet a romantic partner, you could meet new friends, and those friends could lead you to a new romantic partner. There's a lot of opportunities there. I feel it because my work drains my confidence. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. And if your work is draining your confidence, that's where I'm seeing spirit saying, you may want to reconsider what you're doing and reevaluate things. It's not just that you don't just have two options here, Tony. It's not just I work by myself or I work with my family. There's other options out there that I think would be really good for you. I have to work with my brother, and all my girls leave me for him. What do you mean? Oh, the girls that you work with. Well, you might not want to work. I really don't advise dating people that you work with. That wasn't what I was suggesting when I was suggesting working with other folks. I meant like meeting new friends. That's the best way of meeting a romantic partner, is through friends, and definitely not through work. Definitely not through work. That poses a whole lot of problems. I can't tell you how many readings I do monthly, weekly. No, just random girls. Okay. Well, that's something that you've got to work on, Tony. I know that can drain one's self-confidence, but self-confidence comes from within, and people can really sense that. And maybe I don't know your brother, but maybe he exudes a lot of self-confidence, and I can see how that would feel draining if he's getting all the girls, random girls, whatever. But this is where I would actually recommend spell work, doing a self-love spell. You will radiate that energy. That I don't know if you've noticed this, but when you first start dating someone, all of a sudden people come out of the woodwork, random people, exes. It's because you're radiating that energy, that loving energy that you have for another person, radiating it for yourself, and radiating that without you, coming from, sorry, brain jumble here, brain scramble. When you are loving yourself, that radiates, and people can sense that. And it's a very sexy thing. Women are very, very attracted to confident guys. Oftentimes I've noticed the more confident a guy is, the less attractive he can be. The funnier he is. It's not about all looks and everything. I'd say the most important thing that girls look for in guys is making them laugh. That's a big one. And confidence. Confidence is big, is major. There's, if you're not feeling confident, people can pick up on that. And if you don't love yourself, how is anyone gonna love you? That's what RuPaul says, and it's very true. You gotta love yourself, and I'm not saying you don't love yourself, but you gotta feel confident in yourself and know your worth, and know that you're definitely worth love. You're definitely worth love. Well, thank you so much, Tony. I really appreciate you. I hope I brought you clarity there. And yeah, much love and light to you. Tina, thank you for your donation. Right there. Now that's peculiar. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Hello, what would Taurus like me to know? And what is Taurus's name? And did you want a 10-card reading, or did you have 2 questions? He's my male friend who reconnected after several years. Okay. 10 cards, you got it. 1 second. Okay, his name's Clayton. And you would like to know what he would like you to know. He just messaged me. You know, I'm just going to suggest this. I normally don't suggest this, Tina, but I have, I don't know if you're familiar with that deck, the Hidden Messages deck, where it literally has messages like what they would tell you if they could. Do you want me to pull 5 of those and 5 tarot cards? Or do you want me to pull all of those? Or do you want me to pull all tarot cards? Because I'm assuming you're questioning like what he would tell you if he could. Is that what you mean? You got it. Let me go get my deck real quick. It's just right next to me. All right. Let's first start with the Hidden Tarot here. Actually, let's start with regular tarot first. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton, what does Clayton want to say to Tina if he could? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what would Clayton want to say to Tina if he could? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what would Clayton want to say to Tina if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton want to say to Tina, if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton want to say to Tina, if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton want to say to Tina, if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina, if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina, if he could? The Moon, Two of Cups reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Cups reversed, and the Hierophant reversed. Is this, oh, so you said that he's a friend of yours that you reconnected with, is that what you said? He's your male friend who reconnected after several years, okay. Was there anything romantic between the two of you? Because I don't think he wants anything romantic now with this Two of Cups reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed. He doesn't, it's not that he doesn't want a new start with you. I think he was happy to reconnect with you, as I'm sure, as I think you were with him. But he's not looking for a connection at this time. I don't know if he's with someone or if he's just not in a place where he wants to start something, even if it's not romantic, something with depth. But what made me think that there was some kind of romantic inclination is this Eight of Cups reverse. He has not fully moved on from you. I mean, you guys were friends for a while, a long while ago. He definitely still values you and appreciates you, but it is in a different way. He's changed, you've changed, and I don't mean his feelings have changed because you've changed. It's just people. A long time has passed, and a lot of things have transpired in both of your lives. But ultimately, I don't know, with the Moon card here, I don't think he knows exactly how to put this into words. It's a little hard for me to put into words as well, because he is happy to have reconnected with you. I don't know if he reached out to you or if you reached out to him. But there is I can see why you asked me this question. It's not that he's concealing something. Well, the Moon is something that is concealed, but I'm getting more the sense that he doesn't know how he really wants to put this, how he really wants to say this. I think he's kind of I think he's a little bit at odds with how he feels. It could be a matter also of him wanting to protect himself at this time, and I don't mean from you, like you hurt him or anything like that. I mean, he may have just gotten out of a bad breakup or something like that, and doesn't want to start something that's really heavy, or restart something that has the potential to be heavy. Let's get some clarity with these cards here. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What would Clayton say to Tina if he could? He reached out to me and we have talked daily for 3 weeks. He was a friend. Okay, good. And that's it. Has it gotten flirty at all, or is it platonic right now? I wish I could take back my words. I love you unconditionally. I love you. We will be together again. And so many things remind me of you. Okay, now this clarifies things a lot. This clarifies things a lot. So he reached out to you and you've been talking daily for the past 3 weeks. You've definitely been on his mind. So many things remind me of you. I love you. Not only does he love you, but he loves you unconditionally. I don't know, you might be able to know what this is. I wish I could take back my words. And we will be together again. What this tells me is he reached out to you for a reason. This 8 of Cups reversed, he is not over you. Do I think he's ready to start something really soon? No, I think he's very cautious and very guarded. Very cautious and guarded, and definitely wants to take things slowly and surely. And these are heavy, very loaded potato statements to make. These are definitely the cards that you want to see when you pull from this deck. I've never had something like this, my goodness. Or I've never seen something like this. This tells me that he is I think he feels insecure, and it's so heavy that it would be a lot to say all at once. And because he doesn't want to move things quickly, and if he were to say, I love you, I want to be together with you again, I think he's fearful that things would move too quickly, which is exactly what he doesn't want to do. He definitely wants to move things slowly. Like I said, he definitely welcomes you back in his life. I can't deny that here. Very much so. And this definitely clarified. These are a lot of heavy feelings, that are and heavy statements that I think are difficult for anyone to make, especially if there's been a gap of several years between 2 people. But it sounds like he just never forgot about you. 8 of Cups reversed. He never moved on. But he's also wanting to take things slowly. Again, I don't think this has to do with you, and your guys' past together. I have a feeling that he may have just gotten out of a relationship, or at least the last relationship that he was in was very painful, and he is very guarded. He's very guarded. Yet he has these very strong sentiments. Very strong sentiments here. Very, very strong sentiments, like I said, that I feel would be difficult for most people to express, especially in these early days. And I know you guys have known each other for a long time, but in terms of you guys reconnecting, it's quite recent. So wow, I really like this clarification here. These are major cards here. Not only does he love you, but he loves you unconditionally. So many things remind you of him, and he wants to be together with you again. I know, but the thing is, you guys weren't ever together, so I don't know if he means, because it sounds like your friendship has been rekindled. I think that he regrets that you guys weren't together romantically in the past. I don't know what happened. Like he said, he was a friend. So it sounds like there wasn't a past where you guys were romantic, but I'd be hard pressed to think that he didn't develop very strong feelings for you. And you don't have to answer why. I don't know why things didn't move forward in that direction in the past. This seems like a guy who really does move slowly and very cautiously. And yeah, after several years, you're definitely still on his mind. So I think that him wanting to take things slowly here is good. Even though it's been a very long time, I think that he's definitely not a fair weather guy. He's definitely looking for something serious and committed. And with that takes time. But yeah, no, he seems to be in a place of pause, possibly healing. But he never forgot you. You've been on his mind for possibly several years now. And I'm not saying that he's looking to you as rebound. I don't get that energy either. I don't get rebound energy at all, especially with how slowly it seems that he wants to take things. At least in terms of moving it to a romantic direction. So yeah, definitely keep me updated there. That's very very sounds promising. Sounds confusing, but also promising at the same time. Well, thank you very much, Tina. I appreciate you, love, and hope I brought you clarity there to what I hope wasn't a confusing situation. I hope I didn't confuse things. But that's just what I'm seeing there. And thank you so much, Tony, for your donation. Let me go ahead, add you there. The messages were very telling. Yeah. And especially if you came to me asking what he would say to you if he could, that says so much, because those things, those are, heavy statements to make, and we really put our emotions on the line when we make those statements. So fear could definitely be a factor there too, but I do see a lot of promise. All right, Tony, thank you. You would like to know why my neighbors keep on messing with me. Okay. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep on messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, why do Tony's neighbors keep messing with him? 3 of Cups, Page of Cups reversed, 4 of Swords reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed, and Temperance. These are just really messed up people, Tony. I don't know how they're messing with you, and you don't have to tell me. But this is one of those cases where these are senseless people, and you can't make sense of their actions. I feel like your neighbors, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of them are friends with one another and like fraternize with one another. Messing with my love and home life. How do they mess with your love life? Yeah, they're just they're not kind, not thoughtful people. Um, and they're very much like us against outsiders. And if you're like not one of their friends, um, you think they get readings. Okay, you get readings, I get readings. What do you mean? And do witchcraft? You mean against you? um I can't confirm that. That's not, and I'm not seeing that here. There's several cards that I would say, I feel like they're like sticking some juju on you. I don't feel like they are. I don't think it's that deep. Um, yeah, maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they do witchcraft or bad, but I'm not seeing that that's what they're doing against you. Okay. But I am seeing that they're crooked people. Page of Cups reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed. Um, they don't think before they act. With this Four of Swords reversed, they don't think about the consequences of karma, that are very very real. Um, yeah, Temperance. They don't understand that what you put into the world you get back. Um, and they've got a skewed vision of it. They've got a really skewed vision of it. Um, they may very well be the type to use negative magic. I think they're using it against you. I don't. I'm just not seeing that here. I'm not sensing it. I'm sensing more that they're just pains in the ass. They're just those neighbors from hell that nobody wants. Um, and they happen sometimes, and I'm really sorry. Um, I wish there was something I could tell you to do, to stop this. I mean, aside from possibly reporting them, um, with the things that they're doing, taking notes, and next time that they do something to you, write it down, write the time, write it down, and once you have, I'd say 1, 2, 3 infractions, depending on how bad they are, I would definitely report it to someone. Um, it might make them angrier, but then we report that too. That's really the only thing I can suggest other than moving, because they're just not good people. They're just not good people. Um, yeah. Well, thank you very much, Tony. Again, I appreciate you a lot, and you hang in there. You got this, man. You got this. You are much stronger than they are. People who engage in witchcraft, negative spell work, the knife turns. The knife will turn. Karma will rain down upon them for sure. Yeah, thank you very very much. All right, so we are all up to date with donations. So I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know. Let me know the date of birth, the date of passing, and the name of the person who you are trying to get into contact with. I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. If there's someone in your life who you are wondering is a soulmate of yours, hi Austin, welcome. The question is very self-explanatory. We ask your spirit guides if so-and-so is indeed a soulmate of yours. Alternatively, we can also ask your spirit guides if they give their blessing towards a certain person in your life. And we have many soulmates, and they are not all romantic, so you can really ask about anyone in your life. I also I've been studying past life regression for a very, very long time. I do past life regression readings. Those don't have to be just for the sake of benefiting your life or helping you navigate your life at this time. You can ask Spirit to illustrate any of your past lives, of which we have many. there's all different questions we can ask. One, illustrate a life that was incredibly fortunate, or illustrate a life that was very difficult. One that, or a life that was my happiest life, or my least happiest life, or that explains some type of interest or fear that I've never been able to identify. It's just it's always very, very, very fascinating. I think it's very important for people to know their soul's tapestry there. I answer all sorts of questions, of course, with the exception of legal and or medical questions. I offer some of my clients called the OG Love Reading. I've been offering it for many, many years. It essentially answers 3 questions in one, and it can be done with a 5-card mini reading, a 10-card full reading, or a 15-card extended reading. It answers 3 questions in one. It answers their thoughts, their feelings, and their intentions towards you, in addition to your general energies towards them and their general energies towards you. I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings. I offer them by appointment only, and it's over Zoom. It's just like this setup here. You see my cards, you see me, I talk to you, you hear me, and you can give me all, and I hear you, and you can give me all of the context and backstory that's needed. And it also offers that extra level of discretion because it's not on the live stream. And then I also offer them at no additional donation amount. Those are more for reasons of convenience as well as discretion. But if you don't see me online for however many days or whatever, and you need me to answer a question, just send your donation. I can answer your question for you. I can get back to you within 24 hours at the very, very latest. You can usually do it within 3 to 4 hours, though I always have a deck of cards on me even if I'm out of town. Of which I will likely be next week for a couple of days. So I will likely not be online Wednesday. I certainly won't be online Wednesday, and I likely will not be online Thursday, possibly Friday. So just let me all know. And I will be gone for a month in January, or almost a month in January. So getting ready for that as well. And I will always have a deck of cards with me, and I go live when I travel as well. Would I even be able to go live if I travel next time? Yes, but I'll have to do it from Parisian cafes, so that's going to be difficult. I'll have to think about that one. All right. So the donation queue is currently open. So whoever donates next will be read for next. And if you are watching this live stream, please be a friend and remember to click the like button. It really, really helps me out. Thank you. Alright, so it is that time of night. Last call for all donations. If you have a question that you need me to answer, I am here for you. Send your donation in and I can take care of you. Last call tonight, last call for all donations. Thank you. Last call, everybody. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you very much. Alright, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all again soon.